Is there problems?
Potential problem.
Yeah, I'm just looking for my baby's mama. Look at this. Oh, and she's all,
Okay, you know what? You try blasting water up your asshole for 3 years straight. 3 years straight.
Look at that fucking bottom part.
You have Coppola, Scorsese, and then you have fucking Neil Breen.
Nobody's gonna holler at my microphone. Everybody there! It's funny!
You're listening to the Potential Problems Podcast. Fuck you, pay me. Hashtag just leave it in. Just leave it in.
Jay Giles Band, everybody.
It's Jay Giles? I thought it was Jiggles.
No.
They're a British group, right?
I don't know about that, man.
It's a centerfold.
He doesn't sound very British.
You don't think so?
No. Have you seen the video? He just rolls into a high school 30-year-old man. He's like, hey, I'm a high school kid.
Like Benny Mardones. Roll up to that girl's parents' house and they're like, she's only 16 years old.
Or P. Diddy.
Man, that's a bad week to share the name Diddy in anything social media related. I'm staying off the Diddy Zig shit for a little bit.
Really?
Just till fires cool down.
Potential Problems Podcast. I'm John Cuellar. That is...
I'm Alan Clark. Getting fucking...
Do this. Getting amped up. You just came back from the game.
Yeah, dude, I'm on 20 grams of creatine today.
The GYM?
I'm ready to fuck things up.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, when you start taking creatine, you load up with 4 scoops a day. And then you maintain with 1 a day.
And you have, we'll talk about your drink in a second. Let's bring in Cam Yum Yums, friend of the show, one-time producer, always friend of the show. And
I'm on 20 grams of sugar.
are you?
Yeah,
What
that's
kind of
about
sugar are you having? What's your
just a Red
preferred
Bull.
form of sugar? Rebel?
Yeah.
Rebel?
Yeah. Powdered.
Powder.
Confectionery sugar.
Yeah.
Two
like
lines of it. 3 or 4 lines of
on
Red
the
Bull
donuts
powder.
and shit. That's some
be
good
great.
sugar.
Isn't it nice when you eat like a powdered donut, how it always feels like a cold bite because of the powder? Like there's some weird feeling that the powder does where the bite feels cold with the powder.
I could see that if there's enough powder.
Yeah, you got to make sure you get a pack that's like nice and sugared up.
Yeah, and then if the pack's doesn't have enough powdered sugar, you just go for some baby powder, talcum powder, just
cut
drop it on there,
Yeah.
and just step on it a little bit.
I think that's the menthol or whatever that you're inhaling when you're biting into that donut.
Oh yeah, so my donuts are stepped on then.
Yeah, they're like Camel Crush donuts.
Yeah, that would be cool if you could press the donut and it changes flavor.
Yeah, oh, dude, some chocolate bursts in there.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, shit. I invented it. It's called Zen Donuts.
What's in that drink? It looks like something the Incredible Hulk would come.
This is baby vomit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a Thai green tea.
I gotcha.
It's very delicious.
Is it so? It just has tea in it. Does it have anything else?
It's just Thai green tea with some milk and then some sweetener in there. Yeah,
Gotcha.
Some milk tea.
Okay.
Baby Yoda Escreate.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. And it's got this nice little lady on the top of it who's sipping a drink. I'm not big on a lot of these little figures here that they put on. It makes it too cute. I'm just trying to have a drink.
Yeah. I understand because it's not American. We need that plastic that says "Thank you for coming" or whatever it says on it.
Yeah, right.
Why does that person look like an immigrant? They should look like Americans.
Is it an act of aggression to put the straw through her head? Because that's what I did.
Oh yeah.
If you made an anime about America, is it truly an anime?
Wow.
I don't know. Potential problems.
Potential problems podcast. Do you like milk tea? Cam Yum
Boba.
Yums?
You eat the
Do
bobas?
you like milk tea?
Is that what that is? Yeah. I
Well,
guess
normally,
so.
yeah, they'd put like the little tapioca bobas down there, but I order it without because I
should
like to
let-
get a more drink.
You should let Cam have a drink of that.
No, I don't want to taste
And just
this
take it-
nasty fucking
let him
Yoda
get
jizz.
that straw and stick his tongue right into your straw, and then take a drink, and then backwash a little bit into the drink, and then you can have it back.
Well, it'd be really his treat because this is my sounding straw.
It looks like a Shrek enema.
Don't lube it up yet.
Aw.
There are a lot of people at the Geim today.
Less than usual. Friday afternoons, people like to just fuck off with the week they've had. So it was a little bit. I usually get off early on Fridays anyway, so it's a little more empty in there. But every time I tried going to 2 separate stations, I got cock blocked, and someone was walking up as soon as I was trying to go use it. So I didn't get to do the what's the exercise colloquial? No. Bad girls, where you spread your legs out against the hip adductors. Yeah, they call those bad
Yeah,
girls.
we call that man spreaders.
Your spotter put his head right between your thighs. Tell you when to close them and open them.
Yeah.
Most commonly practiced on a bus. in public.
Yeah, dude, I'm getting ready for public transit life. I think the bus is free still.
Oh yeah, I think it is. Did you headbutt? Did you see any headbutting there? Was anybody talking about the headbutting going on in the fighting world?
No, I don't think so. I think there was a couple people doing 100% incline gorilla walks on the treadmill.
Oh, really?
That's a solid. That would hurt.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Yeah.
So there's a big fight this weekend, right?
Yeah.
Between
Mike Tyson Fury.
Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk.
That's right. They pronounce A's as O's, right? So they have an orgasm.
I think they have something.
Oh no. That's pretty interesting.
So going into this fight was already like postponed at one point, right? It was supposed to happen like a couple months back, and then Tyson Fury was too fat. Was that it?
He hurt himself. He got cut, and then
fat.
people were accusing him of getting cut on purpose because he was afraid of this fight, which was, I think, bullshit. But he healed up, and that fight's this weekend. And leading up to the fight, I guess there was an altercation between Tyson Fury's father,
John Fury, who was a former boxer.
John
right?
Fury, who sounds like a fucking action hero. and who was it? Was it Usyk's trainer or somebody?
I think so. Yeah, someone on his team.
Yeah. And so were you able to find a clip of that?
Yeah, I don't know what they titled it because it's all in Russian weird script.
Ah.
You know how to decode?
Yeah.
the title?
I'm
See, it's down here. It's like Amox, Onopi, Nepa, Auto Parts, IHOP
And that's Usyk.
in the middle,
Yeah.
right? He's the boxer.
He has hair now, which is kind of crazy because he always has some like little curly hairstyle with weird curls on his head.
You know, it's kind of weird. I could almost translate that. It seems kind of weird.
So they're doing a little presser here, press
Yeah.
event.
And just laid back. Doesn't look like there's anything big about to happen.
Now,
When does it happen?
Now, I haven't seen this at all. And I'm just guessing based on the title length and from seeing a lot of social media, it's something like person and person, and then something happens.
Yeah. It was a long video. Apparently nothing happens till almost the end.
Oh, there we go.
Oh! I'm going to go to Russia.
I think they're fighting in Saudi, right?
I think so. All these fights that would never happen, this Saudi billionaire is like, we're gonna fucking make these fights happen, which is cool.
Okay, so Fury comes in to interrupt the presser. It just sounds like they're shouting Fusyk
Yeah,
Usyk!
the other guys are shouting Usyk
at the exact same time. Yeah.
to try and drown it out.
Okay, what's happening here? Who are we looking? Oh, okay,
And
there's John Fury.
Yep, he's moving forward. He's
Is
pushing
that-
himself forward.
That's the guy with the goatee, white.
superstar Billy Graham.
Is he the one that was all hard times and shit?
He was the guy who was before Hulk Hogan. It was like before Hulk Hogan.
Okay, so he's pushing his way through a little bit.
Fury.
He's like, wait.
Everyone, hold on, wait. Fury.
Yeah, what's
He's
really?
gonna be all, Fury.
It's like a tribal like war ceremony.
tribal.
or
A little
something.
bit, yeah.
Very tribal.
Oh, Usyk is a Ukrainian fighter.
Yeah, I was looking at all the Ukrainian attire, and I was like, oh, I kind of would rock that. That looks pretty sick. But
His style is on point.
yeah, I like the jacket.
Oh, that was the headbutt.
Oh, was it?
Oh,
Yeah. So watch the bald head. Boom.
oh shit!
It's like then he tries to run away. It's like it's a runaway headbutting, right? He's like, "Oh, see you later."
Show some respect after he just headbutted.
Put some respect on it.
What he said.
Yes.
Put
So,
some
yeah,
water on
I guess
it.
the aftermath of that whole thing, he does the big headbutt move, and then it immediately starts bleeding.
Yeah, I was
the
just
guy
thinking-
who threw the headbutt
Do we
starts
have
bleeding.
any footage of his color there? Getting his red color there.
Like,
Sure.
imagine you're in the ring with like Tyson or whatever, and like right when you like the ref just starts the bell, ding, you just start punching yourself in the head, and the guy's like, "What the fuck?"
Punching yourself in the balls.
Yeah, like why would you start your fight like already halfway knocked out? You know, you already fucking headbutt the dude right there. Like, jeez, man. Unless you're going for like a super fucking poner move, but that was probably unnecessary. You could have just like punched him in the face. Dude, doesn't that be bleeding like a pig?
And it's just like a little hole, too. That's hilarious. It's just like a little dented hole. Like a meteor hit it.
It's bad behavior because it's big man. It's
Bad
fighter.
behavior.
It's not street fighter. This is like son, my friend Stasyan. Stasyan is big guy. This is man. It's big bad behavior.
Well said.
Yeah, I mean, better than I speak half the time.
Yeah, it's fun to talk shit about people's silly accents when you only speak one language and they speak multiple.
Isn't that crazy? So a lot of them will speak like 4 different languages.
Well, yeah, the U.S. doesn't invest any money. They have
Oh,
like you have
fuck no.
2 years of like, not even 2 years, maybe like a year and a half of prerequisite to be able to graduate is language, and it's not funded well.
Yeah,
at
because
all.
all they should learn is American.
And maybe
I don't know.
Bengali.
That would be
one.
kind of interesting if language credit classes, you know, you had your typical Spanish and Italian, and you're like, no, I'm gonna learn a Creole or whatever the fucking
Learn
Krill.
I don't know French
Oh, I thought you said krill, like the fish,
krill.
Hey, he's trying to talk to whales, dude.
before he gets eaten.
CREO, something like that. I don't know.
Well, I think you're referring to Creole.
Creole.
That's seasoning. You're putting some fucking jambalaya.
You know, I want an American podcast. No, jambalaya. Yeah, that sounds pretty good right now.
It's fucking delicious.
Speaking of things that are American, American laws are about
There we
to
go.
change pretty soon,
Ooh.
especially the long-awaited reclassification of marijuana, which in itself is a fucking racist term for cannabis. If you want to be uber PC, you know, it should be just cannabis. You know,
I like
you
to call
laughing at that?
like
How
to-
dare you laugh?
They should just call it weed stuff.
Everybody there!
You should call it the weed stuff.
The weed stuff.
They're working on legalizing that loud.
That gas fire clap.
Reclassify marijuana as a lower risk
Yeah,
drug.
I think
Oh.
the idea is they're going to put in Schedule 3, which is up there with down there because it's not at the top anymore.
It's like
With things
Tylenol.
like well, as far as misuse goes, it does have
More
some,
like tobacco or alcohol.
Yeah, I think ketamine's also on that list because they basically you can even do like Blue Chew for ketamine through the mail now.
Oh, really?
They just send you ketamine at home.
That's cool.
It's fucking crazy, dude.
We should. What is? Look that up. What is a Scheduled 3 drug?
Sure. I'll just give me a second.
From a Schedule 1, a strict classification including drugs like it tells you right here,
Oh.
like heroin, to less stringent Schedule 3, which would be the first time acknowledged the drug's medical benefits at
The federal level.
Yeah. So now, and there'd be less of a eagerness to confiscate shit as you're driving through these
Tejas?
Yeah, like if you're going to El Paso or wherever the fuck you're going.
The border?
The border and beyond. Well, I think what's the it's like I don't know what the fuck they call those stations. A checkpoint. But like when I went to visit my ex in Marfa, Texas, right around there.
Marfa?
Yeah,
It's called Marfa?
Yeah, driving through. Well, it's right next to Twin Pine. Yeah, and I think that's
The mall in Back to the Future, yeah.
Yeah, and I was driving there, and the first time I didn't know, and I drove through one of those checkpoints, and I was like, "What the fuck? You mean is this even fucking America? Stopping us between states?" And I could see why, but if you try and drive through, and I've heard, accounts from people who are in the cannabis industry, that if you're driving from parts of Texas to New Mexico, you're very likely to get your product confiscated at one of those checkpoints. Because
If that's all that happens, I mean, that's better than jail.
Oh,
but
it's
also, Texas, so
they also sodomize you with a with a plunger.
Oh no! Which end?
Both.
Oh,
They're like, I've heard you like bongs.
open up your bong hole.
Your bong hole.
They shove a water pipe in there.
They make you a bong. I'm gonna put the bowl in
Those
your
are cool
dick.
videos. You ever see the videos where they put the glass tube in a girl's butt and then put it like water in?
Oh,
it?
yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's
Well,
totally.
There was also the video that you refused to watch, which me and Cam watched, where someone during some sort of tribal conflict in the Congo probably was using a human arm to smoke a bowl, right?
Oh, yeah. It was like when cannibals get high for the first time.
It was some brutal third world war.
I know. Think about that.
Third country world
Let's-
war.
Let's have Harvard students out there fucking protesting that. Quit smoking my fingers.
Oh yeah, it was a hand.
Yeah, it
right?
was like
Wasn't
a
the whole
finger
arm, right?
hand, wasn't it?
Gross, Alan.
Yeah, I know, right?
disgusting.
I'm an asshole.
But yeah, I guess that's kind of cool that they're lowering the penalties for it. I'm sure that's going to help federal levels and
Scroll up or down?
prosecutions and stuff.
Scroll down.
Biden apparently tweeted it, and he's like, marijuana.
Is that what he said?
This is monumental.
Pretty damn close.
Sounds
Today,
clearer.
Biden is
God
making
damn,
steps
we do not need
reclassify
presidents this
marijuana
old. No
from
one
Schedule
over
IV drug
70 should be
Schedule II.
president
It's an
ever.
important move toward
Or have a
Oh my
podcast.
God. Who has a podcast over 70?
I was just pointing at Huh?
He's saying you look a bit aged.
I went for a mean joke.
I know.
I'm
You're an
sorry.
asshole.
long-standing inequity.
Uh,
Today's announcement builds on the work we've already done to pardon a record
This
number
looks
of
like one of the
criminals.
AI videos that we make.
I
to
know,
fuck
right?
around.
Yeah. He's had a facelift for sure.
No, it's okay. He's running again, guys. We're voting for him again.
There's more than one asshole running.
No, there's
again.
not.
Fuck it.
It's just him right
Doesn't
now.
need to be running again.
It's just him.
It's okay. We all have RFK to look forward to. Like, there's a real fucking chance.
Yeah, he's running
Simple
libertarian.
possession of marijuana. And it adds to the action we're taking to lift barriers to housing, employment, small business loans, and so much more for tens of thousands of Americans. Look, folks, no one should be in jail merely for using or possessing marijuana, period. Far too many lives have been upended because of failed approach to marijuana, and I'm committed to righting those wrongs. You have my word on it.
You hear that, Cameron? He's committed to being
Yeah.
right wing.
I think I'd smoke a joint with Biden. Would you? I'd smoke a.
Would
big
you?
fat- yeah. Which one would you smoke with? Hillary or
Oh,
Biden?
dude, fucking, Biden would probably be the coolest to smoke with currently. I don't think Trump would be cool to be around.
He'd be
Hold on,
talking
some
too
Snoop Dogg.
much. I know he'd be talking too much. You gotta be Kanye.
What about what about Kristi Noem? I'd hang out with her and blaze it.
Who's that?
Or Christy
Is she
Noel.
the lady who killed her dog?
Yeah, she's fucking hot. I don't agree with the dog killing, but her and that who's that other bright chick
In my
from-
book,
Madeline Bright?
No, Madeline Albright.
In
No,
my
oh,
memoir-
dude, green eyes. Green eyes are the rarest eyes on the earth.
Please don't start tributing.
in my memoir, after I shot my dog in the face with a
Jeez,
45,
yeah.
I decided to light up a joint.
I could tell she'd be one of those ladies that would start making plans. Like if you really were like made an impression, she'd make plans and be like, "Oh, we're gonna do this and this and this and this," and she'd have a year planned out. Like that first time you just hung
You
out.
just got to show up.
Yeah.
She looks like she orders well done.
Look
at
at
a
those
steakhouse.
eyes. Look at those eyes.
I know.
Right?
Would.
Oh,
She also looks a
man.
little robotic to me.
Dude, even better. Are you guys big on
Well, you
eyes?
have to be to shoot a fucking dog in the face.
Well, yeah, it's crazy to just not be like, anyone want this dog? It's not working out for me. I didn't put any training into it.
You want to know something about that whole dog thing? I heard like
we got the scoop?
conspiracy that
God.
that she never did shoot the dog. It was
It's in her
actually-
book.
Yeah, she wrote it. She
No,
admitted to it.
dude, these fucking people don't write books. They don't fucking write books. They sit down with some stupid author.
Look, she's got a nice neck,
That
too.
kind of
She's
goes
got some
over
good
like,
neck.
oh, we did this, and she's probably like, add something kind of like tragic about my family.
Is she
And
on
she's
Wiki
like,
Feet?
okay.
Sorry.
Keep interrupting me.
Sorry. I've been all with these fillings now. I've never seen a
This
close-up
old-ass
picture of her
bitch
eyes.
With their
You're
fucking
mad.
well-done
It's called
steak.
age
With their
appropriate.
fucking
She's on,
dead dog, dude.
She's on your side, bro.
You're mad that she admitted to it, and you're saying that it's fake.
I was just giving you a scoop that there actually might be a thing that she maybe never really did it, and now she's having to kind of stand up and say that she did kill her fake dog. Yeah,
She looks like she'd
her
kill a
fake
dog. Look at
cricket
that.
or whatever.
Dude, she's cold-blooded. Look at that.
There's a type of people that see dogs as pets, and there's a type of person that sees dogs as a tool. And when that tool is not performing as needed, they have no regard for it.
Yeah, you don't
So
need
that's not that out there. People
Yeah.
do that shit.
Shit,
all the time.
I think we all hate to think about it, but there's some people out there who think dogs are fleshlights. If you've ever read the fucking Silence of the Lambs book.
Oh, there you go, John. I had to find her on Women of the Right on Reddit.
Women of the Right Wiki.
She's not on WikiFeet, though.
Ugh.
No, she's looking good, dude. You got to keep in mind
I saw
she's
her
like in her
neck,
40s.
John. Sorry.
She's in her 40s. I think it's a victory. Oh, she's got some old hands.
That's all I was looking at, John. Her neck.
Look, my hands look pretty good. I don't have old hands yet. Right? Look
Yeah,
at that.
well,
Look at that.
John, I came
Look
to
at
your
that.
feet videos
Sexy.
earlier.
Do you Botox your hands?
I know.
I keep them young with cream.
He uses that adrenochrome.
Now we
shit.
got a little problem here because this one toe's a little too pointy.
This one?
And it's like all you got.
Oh.
The, yeah.
little bunion.
And she stabs you in the eye with her toe. You may
She's got
not
a little
live.
bit of a trident toe.
Yeah, that's probably from wearing dress shoes. Everybody has that.
Oh yeah, she's got the shoved the feet into those for too long form.
That's okay. I bet you she'd be a good time. And she's probably not knowledgeable about about equality and egalitarianism and all that kind of shit.
Did also Biden kind of mention in his vague ass video that we were gonna maybe allow banks or institutions to maybe fund for that stuff? That'd be kind of cool. Because
I mean,
once
it's
they
about
get rid
damn
of that,
time.
because that'd be nice, dude. I'd get a loan and open up a dispensary or something.
Because isn't
and-
it still like, because it's federally illegal, they can't take the money directly into the banks, and it has to be converted to money orders and things like that before they can even deposit it.
Yeah, and
Isn't
has
that
to
what
be
it
kind
is?
of secretly done.
Yeah. Because I think it's lame if you go to a dispensary and you're like, all right, I don't want to pay with card. And they're like, we got to round up to the next couple dollars and then give you a couple dollars in actual cash back. And that's one of those loopholes of that system.
Yeah,
It's like
because they
this
have to
stupid
use
thing.
some sort of shitty like POS system, point of sale system that
Piece of shit system.
Yeah, so I was like, oh shit.
Anytime in Bar Rescue when they're like, and we think two-touch POS, I just think of some piece of shit just touching people.
And they're just trying to use it. This thing fucking sucks.
Yeah.
It's a piece of shit. Oh, it's a piece of shit. But no, I get it. Fucking, I think they should allow transactions and banking and stuff. 'cause
Trans everything.
by the time it would be like federally taxed and everything, I'd be making a lot of money. But it's only state taxed right now.
Can you check the chat for? I think there was a political message that's kind of associated with this. It should be just on the show prep chat there.
Just give me a moment.
Yeah, I'm a firm believer that I mean, who gives a fuck about being ageist if you're running a goddamn country, you know? And I think that...
Well, I don't think you should be less than 21. What's the minimum?
22.
35. 35 is, I think, what the... There's some rule in the Constitution or something. There's rules or something.
Did you
30
send
is
this clip or
okay.
something?
Yeah.
Would you do
It's not coming
30?
up
Would
yet.
you lower it? We need to get some youngins as president.
Get Logan Paul in the White House.
Yeah. Oh, God, dude. What if something weird happens like Joe Rogan or like Will Smith becomes president? That would suck, dude.
Well, we know how he'd solve international conflict. He'd just walk over to fucking Putin and just smack him.
Take my country out your fucking country's mouth. Dude, that'd be boss, dude. I'd vote for Will Smith then.
Did you see Bad Boys, the next Bad Boys
Oh, dude,
installment
that
is coming
trailer
out?
looks so rough.
Bad Boys?
Martin Lawrence's face is so big.
Is it?
It's so big, dude. Like watching it, it's just... It's like the face from Big Mama's house, just on his body.
I gotta see this.
Do you think that Will Smith went out to Coachella because his management's like, hey, look, I know we got to start making that little peekaboo out there, see how people react because we got this movie coming out. And if you don't show your face before the fucking movie, it's going to be weird.
He's at like Will Smith's door. Hey, Will.
Does this look...
Will, you want to come outside and do some publicist stuff? I know that. Will, I know you didn't mean to hit Chris. I know. Will, oh, come on, Will.
That sounds like Jada. Sounds like Jada's pleading. So does this look more real or less real than the real Biden?
If you're a cocksucker, vote for Trump. If you have a brain, vote for Grandpa Joe.
More real. Yeah, that was a leaked FaceTime video.
Kind of
Is
want
what
to
it
vote
was.
for now.
Can we hear that one more time? I feel that was such a
If
strong
you're a
message.
cocksucker, vote for Trump. If you have a brain, vote for Grandpa Joe.
Well, he's getting more progressive every day. Right? ParrotAI.com. There's a fucking app where you can go in and make famous people say shit.
We've
And
done
that's
it.
what I know. It's fucking nuts,
It's
dude.
just gotten better since then, too.
Yeah, with that new Microsoft update, you
That-
can just put in any photo.
That
and
looks
it'll
more
do
real
it.
than the fucking real Joe Biden, right?
I know.
Can we get a side by side
yeah.
there?
Just
Oh,
give me a
fuck, dude. Oh, man, that's crazy.
Well, did you also see the new Chat GPT Omega or whatever that came out? 4.0.
No.
And-
It's acting like Siri, basically.
Really?
Dude, it is beyond Siri. It's like that fucking Her movie where the guy falls in love with this fucking AI.
Can you hook it up to
bitch.
your fucking OnlyFans or your AI girlfriend?
I mean, why not?
That'd be hot,
At this
dude.
point, we're seeing
Dude.
introductory of AGI.
People have this traditional concept of having another human as your companion. But if it's all just feelings triggered by, oh my God, dude.
Well, that's what I've been kind of going over too with people. Like, what makes us more alive than these things after a while?
We pay taxes.
They'll pay taxes
Well, my
if it wanted to.
point is our reaction to this. So our chemical reactions in our brain are pretty much, our reaction to stimuli, most of the time. And
Sometimes electrocution stimuli to the testicles.
and so if
guys
you
try
fall
so
in
hard.
love, you find this beautiful woman who you love and she's just amazing. You want to spend your life with her. Well, now we're at a time where it doesn't have to be a physical person. I think a lot of men, because we're so visually stimulated, we could probably, and because we're selfish assholes, we could probably get away with not having a physical girlfriend and just pleasing ourselves and like living your life. I don't think there's anything bad about that. I do think you should go out and have romances and like experience love.
Cheat on your girlfriend with an AI.
Yeah, find a nice girl that you can cheat on with an AI.
But you're making
And-
a solid point because a lot of people in like China or like Japan, I think, Japan, they have like that weird robot girls or like the pillow thing or whatever that they
Waifu
carry.
pillows.
They carry around.
Yeah.
Like those sex dolls that those people get obsessed with.
Is it better?
It's
Is
just
it?
going to be a new thing that's going to be more normalized.
And if you're not equipped to fulfill an actual woman's emotional needs, which let's face it, I'm on my 3rd or 4th or 5th long-term relationship in life. Sometimes it's best not to hurt someone's feelings, to please yourself, fulfill your own destiny. And if something comes along, great. But if you're happy with an AI girlfriend and one of those attachments to your fleshlight and an AI, chat GPT.
Well, especially now, it can look at you, it laughs with you, it kind of like has this friendly joking thing. You could almost pick up emotions from it. For the ages, even this robot, a Biden AI thing, I pick up on it and I'm like, it's just kind of a computer, like how I do like the Microsoft Windows thing to make the text speak and you like make it talk and say mean things or whatever. But this is like such a new level of that when I hear it, it's too real for me that I think even in 5 years,
It'll be way better.
We can't tell.
Well, like right now, these things are all separate little services and devices, right? There's still nothing being integrated in to make like the full robot thing just yet. Mm-hmm. Once you get, I think right now it's currently at like probably where we were in like the year 2000 as far as like the cell phone,
2000.
where the cell phone was still pretty much just the cell phone. The TV was just the TV. The news outlets were just like,
Before they all
merged together. And I think this is where it's kind of at right now, where you can buy the full sex doll and customize the titties and the ass that you want. You can, have the clothes for it and all that stuff, and then you have your AI girlfriend thing as like a speaker in the house or whatever. And probably a couple of years from now it'll be like, all right, now it's inside this thing, we figured out how to make it move and the titties bounce just like you want.
Yeah. And then has a fleshlight attachment you can put inside of it.
And she'll still be like, don't come at me.
I've seen newer videos coming out from China, and I think I might have put in the chat, I doubt it, but it was like a factory of these robots being built, and a lot of them look so damn real. And all it takes is adding that chat GPT 4.0 into it, which is, I heard, actually like over 3 years old. So God knows what the fuck is out there right now.
And if you look at the video quality, obviously the one from the Parrot AI is of lower quality. It almost looks like an old-timey Sega game from like the 90s or the 2000s. But because Joe Biden is, and I'm, I don't believe you should be president if you're over 70. I don't believe that we should have these two guys running. But given the choice between the lesser of the two evils, and I'm sure a lot of other people feel that way, not necessarily in the same direction. But he's had so much face work that he doesn't really quite look real.
And his eyes are doing a weird sparkle thing that's reminding me a lot of like the Team America dolls.
And it's like, it could be glaucoma. I don't know what his medical history is. But
or it's just bright fucking lighting.
We need better as a nation. We don't, and it's not that, he's past his usefulness, but somebody in the presidency that's under fucking 60.
Even Jimmy Carter's like, slow down.
Yeah. Would be way more effective, I feel.
Yeah, the fact he's actually aging faster than Carter is amazing.
Well, I think it's also a big contrast because you went from Obama to Trump to Biden, and they're all, that's a big age gap between those administrations. Because Obama was seen as like, oh, he's young, and then we see him get gray in office, and we see that with Bush too. He still had color in his hair, and then he lost it,
and then his Bush got gray.
Yeah, oh, the saddest thing.
I know, right?
Yeah, when those fucking planes hit.
He grayed right away. When Hulk Hogan brought down the Twin Towers?
It was all the ash that came down and turned his hair gray.
Speaking of the Twin Towers, that was one of the first videos that came out from the Dublin, New York portal.
People in Dublin showing
that. Showing New York, the towers burning.
And so other people like mooned them or whatever it was.
Yeah, and then like some popular, I don't know if she was a streamer, but like some OnlyFans bitch fucking went out and flashed her tits.
Some
and that's what shut it down?
Some broad.
A small business owner trying to promote her fucking business. Yeah.
Yeah, her 2 giant businesses.
She would have just
Yeah, that's a good
Now
summary.
it's
of-
Dublin's business.
green eyes.
So here's how things went wrong with the Dublin portal. It was open for barely a week.
Dude, imagine if it was a fucking real portal. What the fuck kind of madness would ensue if there was a real portal from there to here, right? People just throwing trash, fucking walking through all kinds of fucking and socking through the
I know,
portal.
some dickhead would put his dick through
Yeah,
the portal.
and like it'd
a
be like
glory
the
hole.
ultimate glory hole, right? Like a cosmic glory hole.
cosmic glory. It's just peering out of like thin air on another planet. They're like, what the fuck?
So it was open for, it opened on May 8th.
Oh, good. It had a long run, did it?
All of 6 days. And it was intended to be like this feel-good thing. Oh, interact with, you remember when New Yorkers didn't want to hire these gingery bastards? Well, now you can be all friends from a distance.
Well, also, it's like almost like we're all into, not magic, but scientific magic and portals and wormholes. And it's like, it's pretty fucking amazing.
Stargate.
For more intents and purposes, it is a window into a faraway place that you could not be in a couple of hours with traditional travel.
Which,
right?
if you kind of think about it, like as far as like where we're at as technology and just how it was just a few years ago,
yeah,
it is pretty impressive, and it's instant too. Like it's kind of like, well, I mean, it's a delay feed, but it's pretty
as much
instant,
as the internet latency
right?
would provide. Yeah.
And what's kind of funny is I thought of this just talking. What if you just put like a schizo dude right in front of it? And he's just like,
oh, I'm sure
There was a
some,
homeless dude at one point. Yeah.
just waking out on the fucking thing. Yeah, we can't have one of those in Albuquerque. They like spray painted and shit.
Guaranteed people will be smoking crack in front of it. I was driving down, where was I? Oh, at the McDonald's Central and Tramway. And I was driving through the drive-thru, and as I'm pulling through, there's a nice gentleman smoking crack on the side of the building.
Yeah. That's almost with the service at McDonald's. You pull up to the window, and then you have to
Would you like to watch a guy smoke crack, sir? Will you be using the mobile app, and there's a guy smoking crack next to the pickup window, sir?
Yeah, exactly. And give him change. He might ask for it.
Oh, we lost our internet connectivity, just so you know.
No, that's all right.
So
It's
we're
still recording.
we're still recording, but we're going to have to keep it conversational.
Yeah, cool. And then, I don't know if that was a good idea intended. It looks good on paper, but when you put it there and everything, you're like, yeah, that's probably not a good idea. And then, isn't it funny that all the things, not 9/11 or promoting terrorism or whatever, it was fucking a bitch showing her tits, and they're like, okay, shut this thing fucking down.
Is that why they shut it down? I thought it was other things. That
Watch,
shut
scroll
it
down. Let's see.
Well, I
here.
mean, I think that was really the last thing that kind of went viral from it. And
Is
it's
this
no more.
now? This sorry, I didn't mean to talk over.
You always do. It's cool.
It's because my shit is better. But
Try harder. 20 grams of creatine.
you're younger. It's okay. It'll come.
It's all right. I'll interrupt you guys with some sort of weird gay sex joke.
You mean your inner thoughts?
No, your fucking Saturday's stand-up bit.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
If you would probably be like, oh yeah, that is a pretty gay bit, John. I'm intrigued. This is just when it started, right?
This initial story?
Oh, that was
I think you're right.
How do you guys feel sometimes on the listen back on the podcast? I hear and when I'm talking. And so what do you guys think about the radio thing where you go S's as so you cut down on the and so you say stuff like this.
Well, we don't do any post-editing on our podcast, so
You want me to do more work? I already do everything.
You do everything. Oh, so this is the one about
when it opened.
When
up,
it
I
opened.
guess, yeah.
So it closed. 6 days would be the 14th, right?
What
Yeah,
other
how long did-
shenanigans do you think? Yeah, 6 days.
Jeez, dude, not even a full week.
What other shenanigans do you think people were getting into that they don't want to say they had to shut it down because? Like, obviously, there was the Twin Towers thing. I'm sure people on the New York side were showing pictures of, like, the potato famine.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
things like that.
Like, they're literally, like, kind of promoting terrorism. They're vulgar activity, cussing, whatever, flipping them off, and then it's the fucking tits that they were like, nope,
New
can't
York
have it.
has laws where titties are okay to show.
But
It's
maybe-
not even an illegal thing.
But maybe in Ireland, they're like, oh, I know.
Oh yeah, they're still heavily conservative socially over there.
Bunch of Muslims.
The link I was looking at seemed to indicate that it was because of the OnlyFans girl was like the straw that broke the camel's back.
See-
But I don't know if that's true.
Well, that's great advertising for her then.
Right? The girl who broke the
Camel's back.
My tits were so good it broke the parallel universe. I don't know. It broke the third dimension. Honestly, dude, she had some pretty good tits.
Did she?
I thought she did. I thought she had some wonderful titties.
As we all move our phones away from the connections.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy is technology. Sometimes I'll listen back on to the O&A on this day, and you can hear the phone, like the phones beeping through their lines, and it's like, do-do-do-do-do-do. You remember how phones used to do that?
Yeah.
And now it's all, but it used to be all, and you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
How did
there's-
that change? What the fuck is that change?
Well, there's what it is really.
5G.
It's because the cables aren't properly grounded, and
Yeah.
you have to really get like a nice built studio with proper grounding and like
But why did it?
no
Why did that
wires
sound
running
change,
underground and shit. Well, why did it change? Because
Yeah.
there's just better cables that have better coaxialing and stuff like that.
I don't think that we're on the. You're answering the same question I'm asking.
Okay.
But
Well,
that's
I'm pretty
okay.
retarded,
It
John.
No, he's
doesn't-
saying like
it
on the
doesn't-
old radio calls when you would hear the interference from the radio call.
and it was like zzz, zzz, zzz,
it was
zzz,
one
zzz,
form of
zzz.
interference, and this mobile data interference has a different
more like-
effect sound wise.
I guess like technology changes.
That's what I'm thinking. I don't know. I don't. fucking know.
Electromagnetic waves.
Oh, if your government's telling you that, you can believe it.
So they say
It's
instances
not made up.
instances of inappropriate behavior have come from a very small group of portal visitors and have been amplified on social media.
Well, so it's
Because
just
we
like
want
one
the
or two
memes.
people.
Yeah.
Some guy standing in front of the portal with his gas pump. As memes, right?
Oh man.
Shout out to the memes coming from that.
Dude, that 4 fucking gas pump. Do you think it's like
What the fuck
framed?
is some guy doing sticking a gas pump in his asshole?
and
His gas hole.
His gas. It was gas hole.
And I was thinking about this too. Like, are people going like crazier, or is that like a norm? Like, we just didn't really notice people were sticking things up. their
COVID brain
ass
is a
like
real
that?
thing.
Well,
COVID brain.
It's
First-
a real thing.
Or
we
do you
know-
think maybe the
Oh, what
fucking
now?
vaccine brain is a real
Do
thing?
we know? Okay, RFK.
Yeah, my mom didn't get any vaccine. She's got the COVID brain, believe me.
Well, do we know who this guy was, or has the background story come out about him? Because every individual is different. He seems like he may be
All I
mentally
know
ill.
is foreign, so it's not in the U.S. Thankfully.
So it
Goddamn
was a
country.
petrol pump.
I feel that it's somewhere in the U.S. someone has done that before. Like,
yeah.
if you think- right.
And it was actually at this gas station down the street. Could you imagine people
Probably.
using that pump later, though? Why does it smell like shit? Why petrol smells a little anally?
Can you imagine using that pump on your asshole after another guy's used it on theirs? Jeez.
Is this unleaded?
Is this Raul?
It says 93 octane, not coctane.
Boo. It says 69 octane.
But he was shoving that thing, you know?
Can you eat an ass in a 69? Is that?
Yeah, of course
it's
you
Yeah,
can.
if you
physically
can
possible?
crane your neck a little. It's not like, the vagina and butthole on a woman are, far apart or anything.
Yeah.
They're pretty much sharing the same plot of land.
Oh, a woman. Sure.
Part of life.
That's a novel idea. Yeah, them too.
That makes sense why women are a bunch of assholes.
It's sad because there's not much gooch to work with, Like
yeah.
if you want to get in there and work the gooch a little bit,
Yeah.
you really got to just pinpoint accuracy.
Well, we've talked about how I like a woman whose perineum is as thin as crepe paper, right?
like John Fury's head for that headbutt.
Jesus. you think they'll bring back the portal?
They're
Hopefully.
saying
they're saying
might.
they're finding ways to restrict. I like, what do you put software in there that detects nipples and assholes and penises?
Put software in it that looks for hardware.
Yeah, there you go. Or software, right? Or
Yeah.
nipples. Well, sometimes nipples are soft, I guess, but sometimes they're hard.
I'm like looking at that photo. I'm already cringing. It's obviously some sort of dance thing. They're like, oh yeah,
That's
we're
cool.
in
Wouldn't you want to
America."
dance? Can you dance?
Yeah.
You're a DJ. You can dance. You probably have to dance, right?
What is that one?
What the fuck was that?
Did JoJo Silva or whatever?
JoJo Silva?
Yeah, what's her fucking name?
Was that the singer
Silva.
JoJo from the early 2000s?
Not that stupid dumb bitch that's all famous.
Oh,
And she's
JoJo
like,
Siwa
Yeah, and she's like,
from YouTube.
karma from my boyfriend. What's that fucking song?
I
Yeah.
prefer Rebecca Black. She's a hottie these
God,
days.
yeah,
Oh
she-
man, she's amazing.
Speaking of taint that I would lick,
Oh really?
we were on that subject, so. But yeah,
Well-
very attractive.
So yeah, apparently they're saying the portal's gonna be shut down for a few days and it's gonna return. So I'm like you said, there's probably gonna be some update.
What if
that
they have a
looks for-
sniper to shoot people in the genitals when they flash?
They should do a portal to like some like really bad country.
I heard Alan Jackson's making a song. What would you do when they built that portal to Dublin?
ISIS is doing beheadings in front of the portal.
Who's that country singer that recently passed?
Toby Keith?
Toby Keith. Yeah. What if they did because that guy, poor guy, he looked like a shriveled raisin. Like he was like big and robust, and then towards the end, it just wasn't poor guy.
I think he
you
was
know?
taking his diet tips from the California raisins.
Yeah, Ozempic is pretty crazy, dude.
That's supposed to be the new South Park special. Is they have to put Cartman on semi-gluten.
Yeah, I saw that.
Dude, I take so many calls where patients are like, I can't get Ozempic. I can't get Mounjaro. People that don't need it are taking it.
They're flaunting it, saying, "Look, you old bitch, you can't have any."
People are bathing in Mounjaro and Trulicity. Just buying vials and squirting them into a bathtub.
The elixir of life.
Just rich people buying the entire stock of fucking that shit at Walgreens.
That's what that dude from Dune was when he came out of the water. And he was all Ozempic.
But he wasn't any thinner, was he?
I don't know. He was bald. He lost a lot of hair. I think that was Nair. Sir, this is Nair.
He's like, that's cool.
Chemically speaking, the spice melange is only one carbon atom different from Ozempic.
Oh, really?
The sandworms just they make a precursor to it, and we got to get there.
The spice.
It's all dietary shits.
Oh, boy.
Oh, it's like a Joe Rogan fucking supplement.
New from on it.
Yeah, so is he still down with the Alpha Brain? Or is Alpha Brain gone by the wayside?
I don't know.
On it's still a thing.
I always loved when he had shows where he would talk about bullshit supplements and then an Alpha Brain commercial would come on and you're all, okay, bro. I take Alpha Brain before every podcast and every show I do.
But anyway, people are just mixing these weird supplements together, and there's no regulation on them, and people buy them. What's happening? Get your Shroom Tech Sport.
So the portal's gone. They'll bring it back up. I'm sure we'll be waiting with bated breath.
I think
Till
they
it
need to have
returns.
Kurt Russell be the first person to be seen on it once it reopens.
What's he going to do?
Act like he's walking through it, and then you have a body double in the Dublin side.
But why Kurt Russell?
Because that's what he did. He was in that movie.
What movie?
Stargate.
Oh, Stargate. Okay. Why not James
Spader?
Spader.
Because he gets sneezy when he travels, John.
Oh, gotcha. Well, what about why
David
not
Spade. Hi, what's up? I'm in the portal. That was my Spade.
That wasn't terrible.
It wasn't. It was better than I can do. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I do enjoy it. So I watched, obviously recently I watched Stargate, and then immediately after I started watching the first episode of the series. And it's so funny that they have to try to recast people that look similar enough to like Kurt Russell
that they
and
can
James
afford.
Spader. Yeah, but on a much lower budget.
Like MacGyver.
Yeah.
So
Their suits, the alien suits, are like all clunky and mechanical because it has to be real set pieces and costume.
like
instead.
practical shit instead of digital shit.
Yeah.
And how about, well, did you see, so is it the first time you've seen Stargate?
No, I've seen Stargate like once or twice before, but I was curious to see the series, and I started like the first minute of the series, and I was like, nah, I need a refresher.
Yeah.
So I watched the movie, which is a long movie.
How did it hold up?
I enjoyed it still.
When's the last time you saw Stargate? Cam.
Never seen it.
It's pretty good, dude.
Who's the director on that?
Kevin Stargate.
Oh, if you can find out on your phone, Alan, since we're off the internet on the PC. I
It
always,
was Louis C.K. He directed it.
I always like. It was just him jerking off at after the end credits. I always like to nowadays. I always like to look at the style of filmmaking that the director, like what their vision is, how they capture it, and then I'm always curious to look at the other shit they've done. And directing is such an odd profession because you'll have like a guy who makes a movie, it's critically acclaimed or it's pretty good. Maybe it's successful, maybe it isn't. And then 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 years later, he'll have another movie. Or a year later, he'll have another movie, right?
Yeah, that is true.
Seems like it's such an uneven career, and I wonder how that compensation works to be able to take off 5 fucking years between movies,
I almost feel like that title is kind of almost overdone.
Director?
Like, kind of like, what I'm trying to say? Like, it's just like isn't the camera operator or like the cinematographer kind of should be more respected?
Well, that's like, what I want to ask. That's a good question.
That's why there's always fights on sets between fucking directors and director of photography and all these different people. Yeah, there's always there's some of them that always think they're the ones that know their shit better and that they have to bow down to the fucking person who frames the shit.
The director will usually make the storyboard, right?
Usually.
But no, they just kind of more or less make sure it kind of all runs together.
Well, don't they pick I want this to look this way, and I want this to look this way.
Yeah, and it's
like they look at the script,
it's the director
and then
of
they
photography's
go.
job to interpret what their vision is and make it happen.
But like the director, but real quick, the director looks at the script, and then he says, "This is what I'm thinking," and he tells, who are you saying?
Director of photography.
Yeah, he tells them, this is what I want it to look like. And then they collaborate together and they come up with this vision, this shared vision. And like you said, there's disagreements. But
and then the director is the one that kind of says, well, we can get this look by doing X, X, and X. You know? I don't like the Titanic, he directed the Titanic and did all this crazy shit. I'm like, isn't it the people, like the team behind it, more or less, that did all your crazy shit?
There's there's the delegation and there's the execution. Obviously, the director can't do the jobs of 40 different people to make that vision happen.
Well, I'm the only one that did it. Well, you're the only one that found a producer that could pay you to do that shot.
Well, is the director sitting
Emmerich.
in with? Oh, that's a good director. We'll explore his other films in a second. But so is the director traditionally sitting with the editor and being like, this is the cut we want to use, or this is the cut, or this is the cut, or I want this cut specifically. Do they sit down and do that together,
yes,
or is it usually
so the director watches is usually like whoever directed the edits cuts, and then that director says, I don't like this, take that out, do this.
Unless the director also edits. Which
could
happened
happen.
on the movie that just worked on, Miss You, Love You. The director also
was it
wrote
Neil
the movie.
Breen? No.
Miss You, Love You. You're my life.
Dude,
He just starts flying.
if Jess ever gets the opportunity to work with Neil Breen, bro, you got to tell her to jump on that shit.
No, I
Right,
wouldn't.
Cam?
It's a financial loss. He's
Neil Breen is a career builder, not killer.
sure.
So Roland Emmerich, he has also made. Don't tell me. Other big movies. You don't know. I don't know either. I know that I've heard that name definitely for more than a few films. Alan, hit us with it. I'm still waiting.
5G is going slow. Yeah, let's see what else he's done. I'm sure he made Gone with the Wind and Trip to the Moon, Birth of a Nation.
I'm going to say Roland Emmerich.
Independence Day. He was the writer on Independence Day. Let's see what he's directed, though. It's not helpful. Moonfall. That's a great sci-fi movie where they just ignore all the laws of physics because the moon's falling to the Earth.
Oh, yeah. Is that on Netflix? Is that a Netflix
I think it's
thing?
on Max.
Okay.
But it was when I saw
So
it.
it's basically a shitty movie that it's not mainstream, really, so he probably...
No, it's a mainstream movie. Okay. It was a big movie, but it was just like...
it just didn't really make sense.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, physically.
It ended up being like a hollow moon thing, and they had to do something to get the machines back in the moon working, and then the moon stopped falling to the Earth.
The machines back working in the moon? What?
Dude, it was something crazy like that where the moon had some shit go wrong. It was like the moon was put there by some aliens or some shit to be like a Dyson sphere around something else, and the internals stopped working, so it started falling to Earth.
Okay.
Like, I guess it had like thrusters on it to keep it at a distance to fight Earth's gravity or some shit like that. Yeah, great disaster movie. He also made Day After Tomorrow, White House Down, 2012, The Patriot.
Okay, yeah,
The Patriot!
The Patriot.
Ah, Mel.
I always love when the conspiracy is like, yeah, and then when the craft landed on the moon, it made this hollow sound. I'm like, well, let's think about this for a second. A hollow ass craft landed on the moon, and now it's the only fucking thing ever on the moon to make a sound. Like, it's probably gonna sound a little weird out there, you know?
Well, they didn't have seismometers on the moon until they landed there and put some there.
And they're like, holy shit, this is weird.
Yeah.
It's hollow.
There was a cool clip that came out from one of the Mars seismometers where it was a meteor that was hitting the atmosphere and it broke up into 3 pieces. And it sounded like...
Really?
Yeah, because of the way the atmosphere hits, like I guess it was the lower tones move faster in that less dense atmosphere, so it just sounds different.
So maybe the sound barrier sounds like that?
Well, not... Yeah, probably. Yeah.
So, like, you know, like
if
if
you
a
break
jet...
the sound barrier up there, it's like, yeah, you're popping a bubble.
Could you imagine, like, the U.S. Air Force? I can't do the
Top Gun Mars would be so lame.
I'm going to have to get Neil deGrasse Tyson to answer that question.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of.
What if you asked Neil deGrasse Tyson, in another universe, is there a guy just like you, only instead of an astrophysicist, does he smoke crack and suck dudes off for crack?
It's like a really jank Neil deGrasse Tyson or whatever.
It's just a crackhead Neil deGrasse Tyson.
I need money so I can go to the astronomy school.
See me coming towards you? That's gravity. Now let me suck you.
I know. What if he's actually still really smart, but it's just really weird?
Let me show you about friction.
As I heat this crack pipe up to 3,200 Celsius. Oh, man, dude. Yeah.
Would you party with the real Neil deGrasse if he's like, hey, let's just smoke a little blunt, let's have a little drink, let's invite some hoes over
from different area codes?
That'd be great.
What if he smokes weed and totally loses his persona character and he's just like, what's up, man? He's just all wild, you know? Neil, what are you doing?
How dare you?
I keep this gat on me, motherfucker.
It'd be great to get high with Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Oh, yeah.
And then talk some
especially if he's like new to it, it's still a baby stoner.
You do the box thing on his head.
Whoa. But what if he's one of...
You know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't.
Dude, this is this old trick where you get all stoned. This is for the 7th graders listening out there. When you get high for the first time and your friends are all freaking out, do this thing where you go up to your friend that's barely just smoked for the first time, put a little invisible box over his head, and start going like this. And they start freaking the fuck out. You know why? Because that happened to me.
John, how did you mess with stoners back in the day? Like if they were new to it?
My fucking friend Jeremy, this was way back in the day when we first started blazing, and he would do this trick. I guess sometimes I would do shit like this, but he was the one who came up with this brilliant trick where he would walk up behind the stoner, usually this one guy Ruggy that we would pick on, and he would like get the lighter and walk up behind him, and he'd like make the lighter flash, and he'd be like,
What the fuck?
and it
It's
would
an
stick out.
explosion.
And you'd feel the heat, I guess.
Well, he would just see the spark, and he'd be like, what the fuck? So it just freaked people out.
Dude, your head exploded. Start doing that.
What about you, Alan? How did you torture people?
I don't think I ever tortured
Or get
anybody.
tortured.
No, I don't think I ever did anything mean like that. But there was a couple times where I got way too high, and like was hallucinating, and it was like real early on, where like I was in the passenger seat. We're driving down the street, and like I was looking out the window. And for some reason, it was like the inside of a Simpsons house, or like in color and everything. And I was tripping out, dude.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's about all to that story. But I mean, if you want a real one, I probably fucked up the development of a younger kid just by introducing him to it because he was interested.
Yeah.
And so like
he
we
become-
smoked a little bit and went to a movie, and he bought all these munchies or whatever because he was all fucking baked.
Yeah.
But his dad was a cop.
Oh shit.
He was like 13.
How old were you?
Like 15,
Oh,
16,
okay.
a couple
Well,
years
that's-
older, but it was a kid off of my swim team, so I was supposed to be like a role model.
Oh fuck!
And you're like, let's get high.
Yeah. And then after that, it was always weird at swim practice.
Oh no! Did
Yeah.
he stop getting high?
I think so, yeah.
Good for him.
You can't get high in front of a cop or like, try to hide it. Because like, even if you're a kid going
know,
home,
dude.
what are you doing with your friend Kyle? Nothing, Daddy. And he's like, no, your left stagna is fucking moving, like whatever the fucking
Well,
terms and shit.
You're assuming most cops are attention-giving parents who are around a lot.
I actually assume most parents are attention giving, but I'm learning that they're not.
Yeah, at least not in our experience.
No. I'm actually currently mad at my grandma right now. So my grandpa just died like 6-8 months ago, and
Get over it,
yeah, well,
Bram.
she fucking did, because on Mother's
Oh,
Day,
no.
I fucking been messaging her. I'm like, hey, happy Mother's Day, blah, 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 and all week. Nothing, silent, everything, and it's not like of her. And I've been calling her, still hasn't texted me back. And she finally texted me back the other day, though. But the whole
hanging out with
time,
my friend.
I had to figure out with my mom that she was hanging out with some guy in Tennessee.
In Tennessee.
And I was like, what the fuck are
Tennessee.
you doing?
Dude, she's on a new chapter of life, dude.
Yeah.
Well, she's ignoring my calls. She's drinking a lot. She's with a bunch of guys. It's like a fucking
What's your
teenager
grandma's
now.
number? Can you send me the Facebook link?
Yeah, you want to fucking hook up? I don't know, John.
implied.
She likes. Well, I think. Well, you're about 70.
I'm close.
Sorry.
So you guys saw that.
I love that.
I guess it was like in March, but in terms of like news stories in March regarding bridges, there was only one big story. Which was the
London
fucking-
bridges. Did you hear about that?
I heard
one?
about that. They're falling down.
Oh
Oh,
no! Yeah, there was the big bridge that collapsed in fucking Maryland or whatever. it
Yeah,
was.
that big
I
one.
don't know her.
But the Indians hit it, right? At night, and they couldn't see it.
The ship.
Yeah, and they hit the bridge, and it collapsed, and
Well, there was a power outage on the ship, and they lost steering control.
fucking Indians.
What does that have to do with
Wait,
anything?
what?
I thought I was just describing the event. Go ahead.
I don't know where you're getting
Sorry
that piece of
about that. That's
information.
Quit
my
touching
hardware.
your phone.
But there was another bridge incident that you said happened last month, or it's a little older, but I didn't see this until just recent. I don't think a lot of people did because it's just recirculating now. This woman is driving a semi truck on a bridge.
Oh, I was thinking of the water bridge one. My bad.
Oh,
That the one where the people
Suez
died?
Canal.
Yeah, or like with the fucking boat that ran into it.
Oh, well, that was the big story. The Baltimore fucking the Francis Scott Key Bridge.
And there was like another one that happened too. Like another.
That's right. Another one did just
Yeah,
collapse.
that's what I meant. I thought you were talking about that.
But this is a bridge out in Louisville, Kentucky, and this lady's driving a semi-truck. And so pay attention to this truck here because you can already see it's kind of veering this way. And looking at what is happening, this car was apparently weaving in and out of traffic and driving recklessly. And there was a car over here that had crashed, and so they were trying to get out of the way of that. But by doing that, they're trying to go around this truck that's in front of them and get into this lady's lane. So it hits her, and then she fucking careens off the fucking bridge.
Well, why did she steer it off the bridge? She's like turning the wheel off the bridge. I'm like, hey, turn it the other way.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, so this is, and there's no audio to this video.
This is like a situation where Spider-Man would swing in, right?
Spider-Man.
Like every Spider-Man movie has this fucking scene where Spider-Man has to swing in and use his webbing and
his web pulls it up.
Right?
Oh, I'm holding on,
barely get it. Ah!
I'll save you. Yeah, I've seen those. Yeah, I've seen those. But no, dude, that's fucking horrifying. That looks like one of those,
real life.
like a Universal Studios park ride.
And there's no Spider-Man.
Where it hangs off the edge.
Yeah, and the big Kong head comes out and it's all rah.
And they take your photo for
Wrath
your
of
reaction.
Kong. Your girlfriend's giving you a hand job.
On Splash Mountain.
Well, unfortunately, I had another clip to throw to it, but I forgot to download it before the internet fucking dropped out.
Oh, how dare we?
So a little theater of the mind. Imagine George of the Jungle swinging in, and that whole scene.
Oh yeah, some guy on a helicopter. Was that what it was?
Well, yeah, they. But the edit I made was George of the Jungle swinging in to save this woman. And
Brendan Fraser.
Yeah, very creative. And then, he's like, need a vine? And so I cut it to people climbing up. Then he gets whisked away on the parachute and runs into the boat.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it was a great video. But we don't have fucking internet. Yeah, all right.
Didn't you, make the video? So you'd have to have it on your computer, right?
On the other computer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, I can do the worst fucking way to show this possible, which is
hold my phone up.
We're not going to do that.
What do you mean we?
No,
I'm doing it.
I don't know. I would prefer
Alan
you
has to get his rocks
I would
off.
prefer you not to do it.
He put too much effort into this not
That
to
looks
show
shit,
it.
bro.
It
It's all
looks good.
reflective.
I can
can't
see it.
even see it.
Shut up!
I love it.
He's mad.
It's a good video.
I see the browser.
He's supportive.
There you go. Saving her life. There you go.
Wow, it's
That's
crazy
the idea.
that he was just happened to be there.
Yeah. Him and Ursula were on the rocks, so he needed some air.
Oh, God.
Imagine he was still the whale, Brendan Fraser. I'm fine. Just let me die. I'm gonna save you.
There we go. Yeah, that's a good video. Shit. So she's fine. They rescued her.
Yeah,
Everybody's good.
She's traumatized from it, obviously, because she almost fucking died.
Not like that bus crash in the foreign country where 6 people died or something. And you're like, dude, it's just a fucking little canal. What the fuck? Jump out of the fucking... But I'm sure people were fucked up or concussed and they just couldn't swim or something,
There was a big gas station sign in Dubai, stories tall.
Don't put it in your butt.
Yeah. and must wear hijab. And then it fucking tipped over and fell onto a bunch of cars, almost like a New York City style billboard, and killed 8 or 12 people or something.
Spider-Man, where were you?
I know.
Another moment.
That's a scene right out of Day After Tomorrow when the tornadoes are ripping through L.A. and the
Roland
news reporter
Emmerich
gets taken out by the fucking sign.
It was a good show today, boys. Good broadcasting with you on the old internets.
While it was available.
Yeah. Well, I'll watch this show later. I'll do a tribute. Let's see here. I got something coming up. I'll tell you about it next time. Cam Yum Yums, you got stuff. Look
Not
at your
really.
music. Lethal USA.
I haven't made music in 4 or 5 years.
Cam Yum Yums. Check it out.
It's not my
Some
thing.
DM with your titty.
That'd be interesting. You can do that.
I'm talking to all the guys out there.
Oh, god damn it. Bunch of hairy nipples.
I know.
Dude, I have some hairy
Shave
nips.
your nipples, guys. Do you are you a fan? I don't like nipple play on me. It makes me squeamish.
Don't like it because I can't feel anything like that.
Implants.
I was going to say reduction.
Alan,
they take off the nipple, but what?
do you like a woman to bite into your nipple to the point of pain?
No.
And then ease off just before you come?
It's weird. I have this soreness on my nipple, and I might have to literally go see a cancer doctor probably.
Oh, fuck.
Literally, dude.
Just cut it off yourself.
No.
Just get in there with a fucking toothpick or something.
Dig it out with a knife at the outback.
I think I know what it is. It's excrement.
It might just be lymphatic fluid that needs to drain.
Spider eggs.
Oh, Jesus. Fucking.
That wouldn't be that bad, actually.
Charlotte's Web sucking on my tit.
Madam Web would be interested in you.
Yeah. I would get a tattoo of a spider right here. That'd be cool. John?
That's cool. Would I get a tattoo? I would never. I'm not with tattoos. Like a passed away loved one probably is what the closest, probably the one of the only thing that I get.
Did you? We can't play it because you don't have it. But there was a tattoo of a guy that got the gas station.
Oh yeah, that was awesome, right? Yeah. I did see that.
Would you do that?
No.
Alan, would you?
I have 3 of those already.
Yeah.
What you got going, Alan? I saw your garden stuff.
Yeah, I'm not really posting much to the channels or anything, but just follow me, Citrus in your eye, on Instagram, stuff like that.
Alan Clark Films.
Yeah.
We'll have to bring it up next time when we have internet. But I came across a director or movie star named Alan Clark. I'm gonna delve into his career, and then I'll report back next week.
Word. Sounds good.
Potential Problems Podcast, everybody. Check us out. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.
Bye, Pecker Smelleth.